Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the KYLECAST. Um, Today I'm sitting here thinking about a lot of different things with no cohesive theme between the ideas. Just kind of thinking. Um, I'm thinking about becoming like an ordained minister to be able to like marry people. How you can like go online and send in your money, and like then you get like an official like ordination certificate, and not that I necessarily believe in that. That kind of goes against like the concept that anybody can get ordained for a fee of money. Kind of goes against some of my very basic theological beliefs. I just think that it'd be really cool to be able to add like the title Reverend to the front of my name whenever I sign official documents, especially those relating to like government business. So I'm thinking about doing that. Excuse me. Oh man, I'm thinking about that new Shrek movie they just showed some screenshots of. I've been on Facebook looking at it. Everybody's hating on it. I think it looks fine. Everybody just needs to chill out. Those movies were always super ugly. Like I know like Shrek is like a beloved like series, but those movies were fucking ugly, and you can't tell me otherwise. They used to scare me as a kid, man. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like Shrek that much. Everybody loves Shrek. I don't really like it. I don't know. I grew up with it, but he was gross, man. He's a big green ogre and he stinks, dude. Like he's just kind of gross. I'm trying to think like Penguins of Madagascar or like those movies and like the Minions. That's the shit that I had that was pretty cool. A little bit later on there, a little bit later in the era, but overall that's kind of the shit that I was on as a kid. I'm thinking about the other night, I watched The Death of Stalin, the black comedy movie from 2017. I love that movie to death. I forgot just how good it is. I put it on like, basically as like background noise, like to have something on, and I was just fucking glued to that TV watching it. I watched all of it. Um, Thought about watching it again yesterday, actually. Um, just such a good movie. It's so cool. I always loved that movie. Um, it was introduced to me like a couple years back, shortly after it had originally released. And I used to be one of those cringy, like, I was never in band, but I was basically a band kid the way that I acted. I used to be one of those cringy band kids that, like, would play the USSR national anthem on, like, the speaker during, like games at the school when I'd stand up and we'd do the salute and shit. That's like, that's like the kind of culture that I come from, that's kind of bullshit. But I grew out of that mostly during like COVID. Grew out of a lot of stuff. Man, I used to be a damn parasite. I feel like, not that I still am not like at all, but it's a lot better. It's a lot better than it used to be. It used to be just crazy stuff, man. I don't know, like I don't know. Just never quit hating yourself. Just keep hating yourself. Keep reinventing yourself. They say that man is both the sculpture and the sculptor. So you're just I'm just banging away on myself. In a couple different ways, trying to get the right thing going on there. Thinking about that new Robert Pattinson movie coming out. What is it, like Mickey 17? That looks kind of cool. I don't know, man. That might not be that good of a movie, but I kind of want to see it. I've been seeing it advertised for like a hot minute now. I want to see that. Excuse me. I'm having a damn allergic reaction over here to telling the truth. I feel like I'm going through I don't know, mitosis or whatever the fuck they call it. I'm thinking about Mickey 17 coming out. That looks kind of cool. I wanted to see that new Wolfman movie that dropped this year, but I never got around to it. Never got to see the theater. Never got to the theater to see it. That Dogman movie, like by the guy that did Captain Underpants, I want to see that. I never read those books. I was kind of out of those. I was kind of out of that style of book by the time that the Dogman series came out. But I always loved Captain Underpants, and like a lot of that like adjacent work is it's similar and it's cool. It's awesome. But more on that later. I plan on discussing those two movies very thoroughly here, sometime very soon. Thinking about Lent coming up. Lent's coming up. It's right around the corner. Thinking about all the things that I'm gonna give up. I can't even tell you all the things I'm gonna give up because it'd be a dang 2-hour podcast. But I'm gonna try it. Gonna try to give up a bunch of different things and just see how it goes. I think that any time's a good time to quit your bad habits and try and start anew and work on yourself. But it helps if you're motivated. If you know something's going to motivate you, like people that make New Year's resolutions. If that motivates you, then do it. People that give stuff up for Lent, if that motivates you, do it. That's why I do it. That's why I give up stuff for Lent, because I'm hoping that the religious, theme, the things going through my head, the way I'm feeling is going to be affected by that time of year, and it's going to help me get through it. It's going to make me feel a little bit stronger. So I'm thinking about how that's going to go. I'm getting excited for spring. It's been warmer here than it was out here in bumfuck, Pennsylvania. It's getting a little bit warmer, but it's going to be like 20 degrees in a couple of days, so never mind. Thinking about spring, thinking about getting into my garden again, thinking about doing some gardening. I had given it up. I had given up gardening for personal reasons. For about a year, I haven't gardened. I put down the spade and the shovel. I said no more, but I'm thinking maybe this year it's time to get back into it. My one buddy of mine was telling me just a couple weeks ago that he was looking forward to getting into his farmer arc this year. He's going to get really into, gardening and agriculture, and I couldn't agree more. I think it's time that I follow suit. And we do the same thing. Earlier today, this morning, I was sitting around messing around with my guitar a little bit, just practicing a couple little things, trying to get some muscle memory established. That's always a big thing, and I'm working on it on and off. It's hard not really having the time to do it because, it's noisy and you live with people, and it's hard to find the time whenever you're alone and it feels appropriate to do it. And, I was thinking about my family the other day. My family that lives near me, we were going to get together for a little birthday thing for someone, and they said about, how about you bring your guitar up and you show us what you know on the guitar. And I think that's a very, family thing to say. As soon as they hear you doing something like that, they get all up on you and they want you to show you. And I can't play the fucking guitar. I'm trying to learn, but oh man, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things that's very simple, but to actually be good at it, I think it takes a lot of time and practice, and I'm nowhere near being able to do a damn thing on it, but I'm having a fun time with it. I'm having a fun time. I have a modulator pedal, different settings. I've been messing around with different, settings on it, just hearing how it sounds and on that kind of thing. And it's pretty cool. But no, I feel like that's how family is with anything. It's like fine arts, because the most, oh man, I don't even know, the most boring people in your family don't know how to do nothing, so they hear that you can, oh man, I'm trying to think of a good example. Something that's not too crazy. I guess playing piano is pretty impressive. I think that's really neat. But if your dang family hears about it, they're gonna be like, how about you get out here and play some Beethoven for your cousin or some shit. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about, man? They're always family's always trying to do stuff like that to you, though. They hear that you want to be an artist, you want to be an artist, you want to do art. So for Christmas and your birthday, you're getting this damn big art sets with the markers that dry out within 2 days of opening them and stuff. Because you're a damn artist, you're the family's artist. It's it's all in light fun, I remember one year, I think it was Christmas. I think it was. I was pretty young. I just discovered that they made Sharpies in different colors. They made Sharpies that weren't just black. And I remember I used to do a lot of drawing and coloring and stuff, and I really liked using Sharpies. Whenever I discovered they made multiple colors, so I asked for markers. I asked for markers for Christmas to a lot of my family, and I got so many markers that year I had to fit them in a tote because everybody got me like a pack of something, and it's pretty cool. So I'm just poking some light fun at the situation. Family's awesome, but I just think it's funny, like your family figures out you have some sort of a hobby or an aspiration, and then that's all that it is. Like I don't know. I feel like it's mostly for like fine arts kind of stuff. Like if you want to be like a football player or a baseball player or something, at Thanksgiving dinner, your aunt's probably not going to stand up and say, you know, grab your bat, we're playing ball or some shit, because you'll go run the fuck out of her. Or like people, I don't know, like dude, like people that box, like do you think like MMA fighters, whenever they're young, they're sitting at like damn Sunday dinner at their grandma's and their aunt's like, how about you show some of those moves, and you just cold cock her the fuck out, dude, and she's just like hanging on for dear life, man. They got a life flight that bitch somewhere, man, because you just annihilated her at family dinner, talking all that shit, man. I don't know. I think it's mostly people that are into fine arts. Seems to be the thing, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny. Like, I don't even know. I remember just, excuse me, damn. I remember whenever I was a kid, I used to want to play guitar whenever I was young because I was watching that Nickelodeon show Drake and Josh, and on that show they I don't know, it's like very stereotypical early 2000s. If you play the guitar, you're a badass and you get chicks, and I was like a little retard kid, so I was like, oh man, I want to learn how to play guitar. So I remember my great grandma got me one for a birthday one year. I don't remember how old I was young, like a very tiny small acoustic guitar, and I never learned how to play it. I still have it. It's actually one of my prized possessions because it comes from my great grandma. But I remember I didn't know how to play it, and I used to mess around on it a lot whenever I was a kid, but it was just kind of one of those things that I never had anybody to teach me. And this is before, like YouTube and shit was big, so you couldn't really teach yourself quite as easily as you could now. But I just remember years after I got that, I was pretty young. I was a little kid whenever I got that. I remember being like not quite like a preteen yet, like somewhere in between that. I'm not even going to take a guess at age. I want to say maybe 10, maybe 11 years old or something. I remember at the park near me, they were having like an event with it was just like a big event. There's people there, and there was, people drag their kids with, and the kids just play whenever the adults are like at the event or whatever, that kind of stuff. I remember making my other grandma, I remember making her walk me down to the park with my guitar so I could sit sit in like the corner and play my guitar and be like, getting all these chicks and stuff. Man, I was fucking like 10 years old doing that stuff. Like, and I didn't know how to play. I just went down and I just started hitting some notes, sounded awful, man. Sounded god awful. But yeah, I mean, I still have that guitar. It's getting into rough shape. I need to either take the strings off of it or replace the strings because they look like they're about to snap, to be honest with you. And I don't even know. I think they might be nylon. I don't know. I'll have to look then. But yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny how stuff like that, it seems like it kind of runs deep. Like, I don't know. I haven't thought, I don't know, whenever I was like a preteen, like between the ages of 11, 12, 13, that kind of shit. I never thought about music. It never interested me at all. I thought that was really boring. And then being in high school, I kind of got back into it because I started listening to some different stuff. Kind of got out of listening to the same two artists all the time, like whenever I was younger, and I kind of got back into music. But I never played. I had kind of an interest in playing, but it seemed very, big to me. And now it's like, now, I don't know. It's just funny how it comes full circle. Like, I was a kid. I wanted to play guitar because of a Nickelodeon show. And then I went years and years and years without ever thinking about it, just thinking that it was just, kids have different things they want to do. Fuck, I want to be an astronaut whenever I was a kid, but you're not going to see me up on damn SpaceX. And, here I am now, like actually with an electric guitar and messing around with pedals and, trying to learn a little bit. So it's interesting how that comes full circle. I think that it's interesting. And I'm sure that if I really took the time and I thought about my life, I'm sure there's a lot of things like that that anybody can analyze about their own lives. To be honest with you, I think it's just kind of interesting. I don't know. Progress isn't just going on one straight line. I think we go all over the place. Doing a little damn zigzag, trying to avoid family members on Thanksgiving asking to see your artist skills or whatever. Again, just cold cock that bitch out. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you go, man. I mean, it's been a good one. I think this has been a good episode. Got talking about some shit. I don't know, man. Things are going good. I've been messing around with some stuff, messing around on YouTube. Trying to make some changes to some things, trying to make it everything better. If I'm sticking to my original plan, which I think I am going to, there's going to be 2 bonus episodes coming out this week. Not that the podcast is coming out weekly or anything. It's coming out whenever I feel like it. But I had recorded 2 episodes over the last couple of weeks that I ended up not releasing whenever I intended them to, because I was unhappy with some stuff, but now I don't really care. So you might see 2 bonus episodes coming out this week. They're just episodes that are airing out of order, probably after this one that I had recorded, over 2 weeks ago. But aside from that, man, hey, it's been good. Been good talking with you. This is the KYLECAST. I hope I'll see you around here soon. So you have yourself a good one, man.